What's up, everybody? Sorry, having phone mount issues right now. Let me set you down for a second right here. Oh, much better, much better. I always forget to take the phone out of the case before I start the live, and the phone does way better out of the case. It does not overheat. Got a bunch of people looking at me weird over here because I'm pulled in backwards. No, I'm not nosed into a spot, but it's like a middle of the truck stop row, and like every truck's facing that way, and I'm facing this way because I'm against the sun. As you can tell, it's kind of dark in my truck, and the sun's out. So, um, you know, you can conform and be like everyone else, or you can be cool. And I don't mean like, I mean like temperature wise cool. But yeah, appreciate everybody coming in. What's everybody up to today? Hit that like button for me if you could on the way in. See who all's in here. Again, appreciate everybody coming in. Just gonna check in, see what everybody was doing. I don't know what's up with my phone mount. It is all kind of screwy. I feel like it's way low. It's way low right now. But yeah, I've got a little pro tip there. Take pictures of everything. It'll really save your butt. One thing that I always recommend people doing is take a lot of pictures of your truck. Main reason I say it is take pictures of your VIN number, take pictures of your license plate, truck and trailer. Every time I hook to a new trailer, that's kind of part of my pre-trip. As I'm walking around the new trailer, I snap a picture of the license plate. And then, in the edit on Google Photos, I just put the trailer number beside the plate. I just write the number there. That way, if I'm ever at a shipper, and they're like, we need your, for some reason they need your trailer license plate sometimes. You don't have to go back out to your truck and get it. And if you're ever taking, if your truck's going in the shop, if you've got a picture of that VIN number, that saves you a trip back to the truck. So that's what I was talking about with that take lots of pictures. Don's in the house. Don has got his notifications set correctly. Don is the first one in here almost every time. Like, impeccable. Great job, Don. Ralph is here. Good evening. What's up, Ralph? I'm chilling. I didn't have a whole lot to do today. I drove up from North Carolina to Virginia, and now I'm kind of sitting here waiting on a load for in the morning. I wanted to pick it up today because I would have probably been back. I probably would have got back to like West Virginia or Ohio today. But, yeah, they close at 3 p.m. And by the time I got unloaded this morning and I got up here, it was going to be like 2:30, 2:45. And they don't like people showing up after 1 p.m., they said. So apparently they don't want you there 2 hours before they close. Must be a hell of a gig over there, I'm telling you. You can just say, yeah, we don't want to work the last 2 hours of the day. So let's see. But normally I get over there no problem because normally I get unloaded the night before, but I couldn't get unloaded last night. So it is what it is. So good evening, Ralph. Mile High 1010's in here. What's up? Wild Bill in the house. Thanks for coming in, Wild Bill. Don says, I'm sure that everyone, everywhere they look at you weird. Yeah. They do. That they do. I tend to go against the grain on most things. So, yeah. Not to mention, I'm famous. I think that's what you meant, wasn't it? I'll go with that. You know how you just keep in your head sometimes. That's what I'm gonna go with. Young Trucker 215 in here. Thanks for coming in, Young Trucker. Cash, what's up? Not much. Just replaced the old air filter on the truck a minute ago. I've had the truck for about 50,000 miles now, so I figured it was time to go after it and get it changed because I don't know. I think that's what it's. I'm not sure. I read it a while back, but I'm pretty sure that was the interval for the air filters, every 50,000. So, yeah. I seen a YouTube channel the other day where they were showing off their new truck, Trucking with Selena. They got a new truck. and it had the air filter, the little expansion thing, little valve expansion, whatever thing, on the dash of the truck. Like you didn't even have to go under the hood to check it. I was like, dang, that's pretty sweet. Mine doesn't even have one of those, so I just replaced mine ever 50,000. But yeah, appreciate everybody coming in. Be sure to take pictures of everything. That's always a plus. I took a picture of that box that air filter came in because it was a different brand than the one I took out. So next time I won't have to Google it and cross-reference and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, if anybody else has any good ideas of what to take a picture of, be sure to let me know. As far as, like I said, I take pictures of the license plates. I take pictures of, all kind of stuff. It makes it a lot less walking and a lot less time wasted. You can snap a quick picture. And then in Google Photos, I have a folder that just, like a work folder that I put all those pictures in. That way it keeps them all organized for me. See where we at. Wild Bill, appreciate you coming in again. Wild Bill says, when I had a reefer, I had to have the plate number. Yeah, reefers like that. A lot of times they want the trailer plate number for some reason. Like, I don't know, like you're gonna go, take it off one trailer, put it on another trailer. Maybe, I don't know why they want it. Maybe to track the cargo if you steal it. I have no idea, but it is a weird thing, I think, to ask for a trailer plate number. But I get it quite a bit, and I'm always really happy because, we got like, I'd say we probably got a little over 100 trailers here where I'm at. So like I said, every time I get a new one, if I pull one I haven't pulled before, I do a little pre-trip, I walk around it, check everything really good. And then as I'm walking around, I just snap a picture of that license plate. And then I edit it, and write the trailer number beside the plate. That way, anytime I need that number, I can just go back to that folder and bam, there it is. Jeremiah Douglas in here. Thanks for coming in, Jeremiah. Hello, all. Jeremiah Douglas, sounds like rain. Maybe it's your AC I'm hearing. Yeah, I got the AC pumping. Very humid here today. I'm in Southern Virginia. But yeah, I was out there tinkering on the truck, replacing the air filter. I stopped at 2 different Loves last week, and I called a third. Or maybe I stopped at 3 and called I don't know, it was a lot. But like the whole way from like Chicago to Minnesota, I was calling every Loves. Went in there. Trying to think, I think there was one in Indiana I went in too. I'm trying to think of where the hell I was at last week. Maybe it was in Illinois. Maybe it was. But anyway, yeah, the guy told me, he said, oh yeah, we got all kind of filters. So I took it out and took it in, and then he couldn't find it. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know if he knew how to cross-reference or not. I don't know if he was looking up, because Love's normally keeps like lube finder filters, and it had a Donaldson filter in it. So it was a different, number. So I don't know if he just didn't have it or if he didn't cross-reference that number. I'm not sure, but finally I went in here in Virginia, and I meant to look and see. I've been meaning to start finding these states that have low sales tax, because when you travel so much, you really got to use stuff to your advantage like that. It's not a lot, but like I know Tennessee has a really high sales tax versus like Kentucky used to not have a sales tax. I think they do now, but like $80 filter, that's $8 in Tennessee you pay in tax versus buying it somewhere with no. It's like it's not huge, but hey, it's like getting a free dinner out of the deal. See, Wild Bill, take pics of lot lizards. Man, I think lot lizards are like I think you gotta go to the museum to see those these days. I mean, it's not like I'm parking on the party row looking for them, but used to you would see them, scattering like water bugs, across the truck stop parking lot, but you just don't see nothing like that anymore. All these truck stops have went corporate, you know what I mean? You don't see none of these big mom and pop stops that, they got a party row in the back. see. But yeah, if I see any lot lizards, I'll pop you a picture of them. Most of the time, they're good from afar, but far from good. You know what I mean? um, yeah, let me learn to talk real quick. Jeremiah Douglas says, "Ooh, no, them lot lizards would break my phone." Yeah, you don't want a slimy lot lizard. We live in a different world these days. Um, there's diseases out there that don't wash off these days, so you better watch them lot lizards. Don says, have one of yourself on your front screen, so in case you lose your phone, hopefully you're still in the area. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. DG Trucker DN says, the Golden Child, what's up? Not much. Isn't there already a guy on YouTube that calls himself the Golden Child? I think there is. I don't care. I'll take any. It sounds like a compliment, the Golden Child. So I'll take all that I can get. Let's see here. Eliza Riviera, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, says the only good thing about New Jersey, low sales tax. Okay, Jersey's a low sales tax. Yeah, I got to do some Googling later and get back to. I used to have it all remembered, like fuel tax. I could just bam, bam, bam. I knew where to buy things and stuff like that. So that's typically what I do. Like also like with oil changes and things like that. An oil change, standard oil. Standard old dinosaur blood oil change these days for Cascadia's just a hair under $400. And semi-synthetics about $550. So yeah, it's if I can find a state with no sales tax, see that kind of helps, knock that down a little bit. Let's see. DG Trucker DN says they look good with their clothes on. Yeah, exactly. See, Alexandra in the house says, hi Cash, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I'm waiting on a load over here about an hour away in the morning. I got to get up and go in there. I could have parked a lot closer, but it was $15 a night to park there. So I said, I'll get up and drive an hour in the morning, like $15 is $15. It's not going to change my delivery time any, so why pay the $15? I'm not anti-pay for parking, except for when I can get away with not paying for parking. Like if it's just, if it's the only place available, or I got like a 9 o'clock delivery on the East Coast, yeah, I'll just reserve parking. I'm not, it's just the way to do it. But I appreciate you coming in, Alexandra. DG Trucker DN says, yes, it is, bro. Paul Harris, is this clickbait? LOL. All of my videos are clickbait, man. You ain't caught on to that by now? Like, I don't know. I don't offer nothing. Yeah. Sometimes I dabble in clickbait. I can't remember when, but I'm sure someone will call out something I've done clickbait. You know how people are on YouTube. But no, I was just saying take pictures of everything because it'll save you some hassle. What I do on Google Photos, I got a folder that I just labeled work, and I take pictures of everything. Like the VIN number on your truck is a big one. That way, if you go into the shop to get, like, I went in to get an air filter a minute ago, and they can type in your plate number and pull up, your truck and everything. So, I didn't have to run out and grab my plate number for my truck because I got a picture of it on my phone. So that saved me a nice, 100-degree walk across this big parking lot here. Dan in the house. Hey, from Michigan. What's up, Dan? Wasn't you in Michigan yesterday, if I remember correctly? Good time to be in Michigan, though. I was looking at some rates up there, man. It's produce season up there. produce season up there. Love that. Alexandra says, I'm in, what is that? Canal? I don't know. I'm a horrible speller reader. I'm about 90% illiterate. Canal, Fulton, Ohio. All right. That does not ring a bell, unfortunately. Paul Harris says, free for me. If it costs, it's a loss. Yeah, I'm kind of that way with parking. You know, it's like there are times where I don't want to fight with parking, and about the only way I'll pay for parking is if it's a reserved spot, or it's like, I mean, it would have to be like right next. I don't even know if I would pay then, because like right now I had the opportunity. You know, my day was done at, I was done at 11:15, 11:30 today, maybe a little bit later than that, but you know, I could have parked pretty much anywhere I wanted over there, but they were all pay parking over there where I got to pick up in the morning. So I said, you know what, I can drive an hour in the morning. I'm about 50 miles away. So I said, you know what, they can keep their $15 parking. Somebody else can have that. Swamp Girl in the house. What's up, Swamp Girl? Says, hey, still here picking up live processing plant, and they are slow, so ever come to this place, beware. Long wait. This place is Lopez Food Plant, frozen meat, Oklahoma City. Oh yeah, it's got a couple things. I always say, if a place has got food in the name, you know, make sure your Netflix account's paid up, because you're gonna be there a while. So yeah, that's definitely a good warning. But I don't think I've ever been to Lopez Food Processing Plant. What do they run through there? They run chicken or beef or pork or turkeys or what, bison, I guess? I don't know. DIY Semi in the house. What's up, DIY Semi? I appreciate you coming by. Everybody go check out DIY Semi's channel. He's got some good stuff going over there. Definitely check out DIY Semi. But yeah, the video of the title of the video, take pictures of everything. I'm just explaining, you know, how I do a lot of things on the truck to save me a lot of headache and hassle, and taking pictures of things is a big one. You know, it really is. Like, take pictures of your VIN number, take pictures of your license plates. You know, like my air filter. You know, I took pictures of the part number on it. I replaced it a little while ago, and I took a Donaldson out. So I took the picture of the one off the Donaldson, and then I took a picture of the lube finder when I put in the part number on it. So next time I go to buy an air filter, I ain't got to look it up on Google, you know, and try to cross-reference. I know, like, you know, if they sell lube finder, I pull up that part number. Yeah, just take pictures of everything you can. It'll definitely save you a lot of time. And like I said, I just got a folder that I labeled work, you know, and I just drop all these pictures for work in it. It's really handy. Like license plates on trailers, that's a big one. And ain't nothing I hate worse than going up to the window after you've stood there for 15, 20 minutes in line, and you realize on their little piece of paper you got to fill out, they want the trailer plate number. You know, and you didn't know it, and now you got to walk back to the truck. You're out of line. You know, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things. Can save you some hassle. So, yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you coming by, DIY Semi. It's good to have you in here. Everybody go check out DIY Semi. That's a good channel. Like, you're going to learn something over there. It's not all clickbait and, you know, it's knowledge over there. It really is. DG Trucker DN says, I want to start a truck stop call it Mega Truck Stop. No charge for parking. Make food prices reasonable. It's got way out of hand on prices. Too high. Yes, you are correct there. I would definitely frequent that truck stop. I just don't get how... I mean, I guess it's not in their interest, but I don't see how truck stops don't sell more groceries. You know what I mean? Like, I can't go in there and buy groceries. I go in there and it's like, I mean, it's either a roller hot dog or, you know, like, there's just no groceries in there. That's why I like the Quick Trip in up in the upper Midwest, like Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin. I love the Quick Trip, the one with a K, KWIK Quick Trip. It's good stuff. They actually have groceries in there. You can buy a pound of hamburger meat. You can buy a pound of bacon. You know, it's like, I like cooking my own stuff. Let's see. But yeah, I think that would catch on. Mega truck stop. Let's see here. Anthony Drummond in the house. What's up, Anthony? He says, what's up, driver? UPS in the building, on my way to the upper Bronx. Alright, making that money over there. Good stuff at UPS. You can get on over there, man. Just, whoo, cash them checks. Live that life. You know what I'm saying? Paul Harris says, sometimes it's nice for a short drive in the morning before you're running hard for the rest of the day. It's like a warm-up. Yeah, this was just kind of the warm-up, and it was the whole day. I had about, I don't know, about a 3-hour ride up here. It was about 200 miles. I drove it really slow. I don't know, I cruised at about 62, 63 mile an hour. You know, that's how I like to do my deadhead if I got time. I mean, that's like how I like to go everywhere if I've got the time. You know, keep that fuel money. Don't spend it. See Rodney in the house. What's up, Rodney Crouch? Rodney says, what's up, Cash? I'm in orientation at Landstar. Finally made it. Hope all is good with you. Yeah, man, everything's good here. Just chilling, waiting on a load back to Minnesota in the morning. I don't know what's gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna take time off when I get back to Minnesota. I may just turn and burn again because I've been home the last 3 weeks. I've been home one night, you know, every week. And it really, I like it because it really hasn't hurt my money, because I get home at like, I'll deliver in the morning, I'll go home, and then usually pick up, I'll try to get it scheduled the next afternoon. You know, so I get like a full unrushed, you know, night and morning at the house. It's been pretty nice. But I just paid everything for the month, you know, that I pay as far as like insurance and truck payment. I've already paid it all up for the month. So, yeah. Let's see, I'll be home. I'll be home on like the 14th, be Friday. So I don't know, I may turn and burn for like 2 weeks. You know, have nothing but variable expenses. I gotta get an oil change on this truck, and I gotta look it up. I think I'm about 3,000 or 4,000 miles away. About 3,000 or 4,000 away, I think. So, and I got a place that I like to hit because they do conventional oil changes for $199. Truck centers, y'all know truck centers, don't you, of the Midwest? The Freightliner dealers, yeah, they'll pop off and do you a conventional oil change for $199. So, not bad. I get those about I try to get them every 20,000. So, I know this truck's supposed to have semi-synthetic in it, but it really jacks the price up if I go semi-synthetic. So I figured since I'm doing 20,000 mile intervals, that conventional is not going to hurt me. Let's see. Swamp Girl, what's up? Swamp Girl says, all I know that McDonald's trucks get first docks. So you're dealing with one of those places. Yeah, sometimes those places get favored like that, you know. Nothing you can really do about it. You know, McDonald's is probably 90% of their business. So yeah, they throw McDonald's straight to the front of the line. It's It's one reason that I got away from having Kenworth trucks is because I was doing business with Kenworth dealership in Nashville, and they used to pull my truck out to pull in, a mega fleet. I mean, they'd have my truck like almost done, and Trans Am would pull in the lot, and they'd pull my truck out and pull Trans Am in. And I just couldn't, it killed me, because I'm like, the time you're wasting hooking up a chain and a forklift and dragging my truck out and putting theirs in, the time you're wasting doing that, you could just put that 30 to 45 minutes it takes to switch trucks, because they don't do anything high speed over there. If you would just work on my truck for the other 45 minutes, you'd be close to being done. So, yeah, it's kind of tough when you get bullied by the big guys. I know the feeling. Emilio Con 060 says, love your info, buddy. Yeah, I appreciate you coming by, man. I like it when people come by, conversate. Appreciate you letting me know you're in here. I like to see the familiar faces if I can. Let's see here. Paul Harris says, I take pick when it's hard to read. You can enlarge to read the tiny numbers. That most definitely works as well. I had a situation where I had a carrier unit on a trailer when I was down in Amarillo, and the dash, the screen on the reefer was so hot that it was even hard to read. And we were trying to figure out, if it had any codes or anything. You just couldn't read it. So I took a picture of that and then darkened it, put like 5 layers of darkness to it, and eventually it got to the point to where you could make it out what it said. But it was so white and bright because it was like overheating. Yeah, that reefer unit had some troubles. I was talking to them about that reefer the other day. They replaced the gearbox, they replaced that screen, a bunch of stuff on that reefer. DIY Semi, what's up? Says, hey, Emilio Con, send me your address so I can get that card out to you. I'm feeling bad I didn't get it out to you yet. Yeah, definitely collect on your gift card. DIY Semi gave out some gift cards the other day. That's what he's talking about on his. He did a live show the other day at 1,000, the big 1,000 subscriber live he did, and he gave out a bunch of gift cards. I got me a $15 Starbucks card, or at least I think I got one. We'll see if it's there when I get to the house. Which, I ain't gonna be mad if it ain't, but I'm just saying, like, it probably ain't. Let's see, DIY Semi Picks is a good tip. Yeah, it's definitely saved me a lot of walking and a lot of headache. Like I said, just create you a little, a little work folder and just pop them right off in there. Let's see. Emilio Khan says, sorry, keep forgetting, just save it for next giveaway. DIY says, let me know if you change your mind. All right. Well, there you go, guys. There may be a giveaway at the next DIY Semi live. So, possibly, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm just saying there could be then. So that's a reason to go subscribe and make sure you got your notifications on. Just for that, there might be. I'm not saying there is, but there might be. I got my $15 card on the way. Fatty 2x4 in the house. Man, that name gets me every time. I love seeing Fatty 2x4 in here. Just for that name. It's that's a classic. That's a classic. Fatty 2x4 says, some quick trip in Wyoming have groceries too. Okay. Is that like the QT quick trip that's like in Georgia and Missouri? I find it funny that the QT, the one in Georgia, they're like Georgia, maybe in South Carolina. I think they're Georgia and Missouri, but they're nowhere in between. You would think there would be some in Tennessee, but I've never seen them in Tennessee. I'm sure there's a reason for that, but yeah, I like those quick trips too. I like to have that like little, you can order food and it's not like your standard, burger and fries. You know, you can get like some different things there at the QT Quick Trip. But yeah, I like those quick trips. I can't eat them, but I used to get them when I stopped there all the time. They got like a 49-cent ice cream cone. That's always a plus. Let's see here. But yeah, I don't get out to Wyoming much. So I'm not sure which quick trip, if that's like a different quick trip or the same quick trip, or let's see. Oh, I got dirty. Oh my God. I'm not supposed to be doing that. Rick N says groceries are perishable. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure these truck stops know what sells. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason they sell what they sell, because it sells. Frankly, you know, just being honest about it. But if they would sell groceries, like, you know, I don't see how guys don't do it more. You know, like when I first started out on the road, eating out all the time was not an option. Like, I just didn't do it. It was too expensive. Like, you know, I used to go in and grab a loaf of bread and a pound of bologna, and you know what I mean, like, that was lunch and dinner and breakfast for like 3 or 4 days right there for, like, you know, under $10. Let's see. Rick N, yeah, I was 5 minutes behind on the video. Yeah, no worries, Rick. It happens to the best of us. As long as you're here, that's all that matters. I don't care if you're behind or ahead. You know, the conversation just, in these lives, the conversation just kind of rotates, you know? Because it'll, like, there's some people that are behind and they still comment, and hey, you know, it's like, no worries. It's just about, you know, I mean, my lives are basically, you know, just conversation. You know, we're not trying to do anything spectacular here. Anthony Drummond, how often do you use the 8-2 split? Not very often. It's rare that it helps me. My big thing with the 8-2 split is I use it to work traffic. Like, if I'm on, you know, let's say I'm parked like in Gary, Indiana, and I'm going through Chicago to back to Minnesota. Well, if my 10-hour break's going to be over at 7 in the morning, I don't find it a good idea to get up at 7 in the morning and try to go through Chicago. So I'll probably get up at like 5 in the morning and try to get through there. That's mostly why I use the 8-2 split, is to like time out when I go through certain cities. But I don't do it very often. There's sometimes I need it to, like, you know, make it to a pickup on time or make one of these Walmart deliveries on time. But the 8-2 split's not a big thing in my world. I would say if I went back through my log, I maybe this month I've used it one time, if that. I don't even know if I've used it one time. Or like if, you know, if I sit somewhere for a really long time getting loaded and I sleep that whole time, I will use that as sleeper berth and, you know, use that to get up and get out of there and go somewhere better. But if it's close to 10 hours, you know, I'll just sit there and let it run out of time. You know. Or excuse me, if it's close to being the end of my 14, I don't know why I said end of 10. But yeah, if it's like the end of my 14, I'll just chill there, let it run out of time. Let's see here. Rick N, you looking forward to the new split coming in a month or two? Yes and no. You know, I like it anytime we get more options to, you know, I don't break the rules, I just bend the rules. So anytime they give us more rules, that's more opportunity to bend certain things. But for the most part, like I said, I don't use the split log a whole lot. maybe to time out some stuff, because I try to utilize my clock as efficiently as possible, like most of us out here. Like you don't want to go, when it's like, from Gary to, Rockford, what is that, like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that, if you just, steamroll it straight through. I don't know, like, you catch Chicago morning traffic, that can turn into a 3-hour adventure right there. So, I just use it for stuff like that, but I'm not a big split log fan, just not. I got to go back through and read these rules again, because to be honest with you, I kind of forgot what they were all about. I know they got like a 7-3 split in there. They got did they keep that thing where if you, like, you can stop your 14 hour or something like that for up to like 3 hours, or I know they had something like that going in there. Ooh, that was a bad drink of Rockstar right there. They've been sitting there since about 9 o'clock this morning. Oh man, that was flat and hot. But yeah. Anybody else take pictures of anything that's useful when you're at work? Like I said, I take pictures of tons of stuff. I like taking pictures of I take pictures of pulp temperatures. I got a pulp temperature, like I've showed it before. Most of you guys have already seen it. But, just a little infrared temperature gauge. What I'll do is I'll like point it down at the fruit or produce, whatever I'm picking up. I'll point it at it, and the little laser light shines on it. I got to get some batteries for it, or dig the batteries out of my door pocket. I guess if I was in a real pinch, I'd have to do that, because it came undone and the batteries fell out of it. So, but it shoots like a laser beam at it, so they know, like what's getting the pulp temperature taken. And that covers your rear in case you pick up some hot produce and it gets rejected on the other end for being too hot, because they do that. I've never had produce rejected for being too hot. I have had it rejected though. It's not a fun experience. It's not a fun experience when it gets rejected. But yeah. How's everybody doing on rates out there? I'm running contract freight this week, so I don't think I'm doing as good as the spot market, but it's like you gotta service your contracts. It just is what it is. It's not bad paying freight, and I did this run from Minnesota down to North Carolina, up to Virginia, and then back to Minnesota. I did that all through the beginning of COVID, like in April. That's all I did. That's all I did in the month of April. 4 weeks in a row. I just went down, back, down, back, down and back, down and back. Because, that's when the spot market was paying like, $1 a mile. And, this little contract run is about 2 something a mile. So, had to do what I had to do. But yeah, it seems like some of these rates are getting really good out here. But I took this contract stuff. I like this little run. It's not killing it, but it's not much hassle in it, It takes them a little while to load it on the front end, but I don't care, because there's a store, there's a grocery store about a mile away, and there's like a Family Dollar a couple miles away. So you can run to the store, grab some supplies, stock the truck while they're loading your trailer. They'll let you drop your trailer and leave. So I don't mind that. And then when I get down here, the place where I deliver, most of the time I'm in and out of there within an hour or so. And then I come up here, I load. This is first come, first serve in the morning. Man, it never takes more than an hour to get loaded. And then when I get back up to Minnesota, that's the fastest unload. It's a beverage load. And they got forklifts that have 4 sets of, they got 2 sets of forks on the front of the forklift. So they go in the trailer and they grab 2 pallets at a time. And man, it don't take them no more than 20 minutes to unload a full trailer. So yeah, good times. Rick N says, too many changes to remember on the hours of service change. Yeah. It's tough, man. It really is, keeping up with all the hours of service crap. When we had exempt loads back in my day, back in like, what was it, March, April, June, something like that, when we had those exemptions, like I got made more money, I ran more miles, and I was way less tired. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing when you can sleep when you are tired and not when the government tells you to sleep. I think it's sort of be one of those things, like, once you've been driving for like 5 years, the rules are a little bit more lax, you know? Like, of course, I don't know if that would help anything or not, to be honest. But yeah. Let's see. DIY Semi says, I take pics of parts as I take stuff apart. Yeah. That has saved my butt before. I was working on, I think I was replacing a coil pack or something on a Toyota, man. You know how they do. Eight parts are held on by 1 bolt. So yeah, definitely take pictures as you peel that onion. Definitely a good idea. DIY Semi says, I take pictures of every load in case of damage. Yeah, most certainly. I pick up out of Chicago at a certain place a lot, and it's usually multi-stop, and I definitely make sure I take pictures of loading, because whenever they unload it, it's never their freight that gets damaged. It's always the next stop's freight that they damage, you know? They come in too fast with a forklift, and they slam into something, and they take their stuff off, and they don't care about you in the next stop because they done got their stuff, you know? Meanwhile, there's, product all over the floor and busted, and yeah, I've had to call them on that a few times, you know? They'd be like, oh, we didn't do that, and I'm like, well, it didn't happen going down the road, and I got pictures of it being loaded, so it wasn't like that when they loaded it. So yeah, pictures cover your butt sometimes. It's like a good little insurance policy on some of these loads. I delivered a load of crackers one time, and like, there was a perfect forklift shaped hole in a pallet of crackers. Now, it only went into like 2 boxes, and the guy at the receiver said, oh, we're not going to take those boxes. And I called my dispatcher, 2 cases, like 6 boxes of crackers come in 1 case or whatever. And I called dispatch, and they were like, well, you tell them to put it all back on. They either take it all or they take none of it. But yeah, the guy was like, we didn't do that. And I was like, well, it must have happened at the shipper or here, because that's a forklift. That didn't happen going down the road. But yeah, it was like two like slicing cuts at like about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 foot apart, right into the crackers. I was like, who does that and then doesn't say anything? Like, Paul Harris. Paul says that might come in handy when they load something at 50 and they want it down in the high 30s. Yeah, for sure, man. If they'll let me take number one, produce, you ain't putting produce on my truck unless I get a picture of the temperature. It ain't happening. That's just a rule I got, like, if you want to load cucumbers at 100 degrees and you want them run at, 55, I got to have a picture of it. Because when I show up at the other end and it still ain't at 70 degrees, if it still ain't got down to 70 degrees and they try to say something, I'm like, hey, you need to cool your product. You really do. Anthony Drummond says at UPS we constantly have to take pics because we're always switching our trailers are tractors, trailers, so we must document everything. Cover your ass. Yes, CYA. Yeah, that's definitely a thing I used to do at UPS when I was at UPS too, because you get back in the truck, and I did it up in Minnesota in the middle of winter, and I would be busting doubles in St. Cloud, Minnesota, or Wadena, or some little out in the middle of nowhere place, and you bust that set of doubles, or you build a set of doubles, and you can't feel your hands, and the last thing you want to do is get back out of that truck and go look and write down the trailer numbers and the dolly numbers and the other trailer number. So the first thing I used to do, as soon as I get out of the truck, I'd take a picture of both the trailers I was going to pull, and I'd take a picture of that dolly number. That way when I got back in the truck, and you got to go through your Qualcomm and enter that, 700 numbers, you didn't have to get back out and do it. So yeah, that's another good one. Take pictures. If you do a lot of dropping hooks, stuff like that, take pictures of it. Like if they claim there's some damage, a week later, you still got pictures of it, and you can be like, hey, here's what it looked like when I picked it up. If a trailer's got half a door hanging off and a hole in the side of it as big as a 55-gallon drum, yeah, definitely I'd take some pictures of it. Because you know what? Nothing else. It doesn't cost you anything to have those pictures, and 3 to 6 months down the road, you can let it ride. You can just dump them after, because 2 weeks down the road, you can dump them. But yeah, when I left UPS, man, I had so many freaking pictures of trailers and dolly numbers on my phone. Rich Taco in the house. What's up, Rich? Ain't seen you in a while. Appreciate you stopping by. Says, any thoughts on running Amazon? Yeah, if it pays good, get after it. BOC Enterprises. He's been running some Amazon. He's been making pretty good money on it, moving empty trailers around for him. He was talking about empty trailer moves. They're lease trailers, like Extra Leasing or whatever brand of lease it is. They're like up in the Northeast. They're like in Massachusetts. And they want them returned to like Southern California, cross country, for $1.66 a mile to pull an empty trailer. Just a thought. Now, the only problem you got with that is when you get to Southern California, you gotta have, it would take you forever to get back with Amazon. Having to go from, get a load from here to there to there to here to here to there, here to there. It would take you forever to get back. But, if you've got some power only stuff you could grab out of California, it's not a bad deal, man. $1.66 to drag an empty trailer all the way across the country. And my question is, do they care if you put a load on it going across the country? I don't see why they would care or why they would know. It's a lease trailer. Why do they care? They're returning them. They're done with them. As long as you don't damage it. I don't know. Just a thought. Who else? Scottish Trucker Tommy in the house. Everybody go look up Scottish Trucker Tommy. Go over to the little magnifying glass on your YouTube. Type in Scottish Trucker Tommy. Hit search and then check him out. He's got a good channel going over there. I think he put up a video earlier. I was napping when he put that up, so I still got to watch that one. I took a long nap this afternoon, then I got my lazy butt up and replaced my air filter in my truck. And now I'm kicking myself. I should have got a cabin air filter while I was at it, just replace them at the same time. May go back over there and see if they got one. Scottish Trucker Tommy says, amen to the log suspension. Yes, sir, that was good times. Oh, man. That was like fresh fried chicken right there, boy. It just tasted good. It says it was fantastic, fresh and awake. Sleep when it's needed. Hey, I got my 1,000 subscribers thanks to you and the guys who hopped on mine. Yeah, good deal, man. I'm glad you got it. That's, it's one of those things when you persevere through, like, I had plenty of times with my subscriber count where it was just stuck. I mean, it would literally go up like 15 in one day, and then I'd go like 2 weeks and not have a single subscriber, a single new one. So, you know, it's a big thing when you persevere and you get to that 1,000. You know, it's not even about the money, because the money's not even, yeah, I mean, the money's nothing. Like, you know, I can make more driving a truck in the afternoon than I can in a whole month of YouTube. But it's nice to, like, get that recognition of, you know, like, at least 1,000 people think you're worth, you know, watching. And I will tell you this: once you get to 1,000 and you monetize it, YouTube, they put you out there more. You'll get more views, and you'll get more subscribers, because, you know, they promote you. They'll put you out there more because you're making them money at this point. But yeah, congratulations, big congratulations on that. Like I said, everybody go check out Scottish Trucker Tommy. It's good times over there, good times. Paul Harris, that is GP Transco post-trip daily procedures. Pigs are taken and sent to headquarters. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad, depending on how they want them sent and what they want me doing. I mean, do they want do they want pictures of, like, you know, everything, or is it just like a general, you know, like outside a truck and trailer? They want me in there with a tape measure measuring the brake pad thickness every day, or you know, I wouldn't imagine they're like that. They seem all right. K-Save in the house. What's up, K-Save? I appreciate you coming by. K-Save the Guru. I don't know why I gave him that nickname, but it stuck, so I'm going to stick with it. K-Save the Guru. DIY Semi says, congratulations, Tommy. Yeah, big congratulations for that. Everybody check out DIY Semi and Scottish Trucker Tommy. Definitely 2 channels worth watching. Definitely learned something, that's for sure. K-Save says, first day out, brought a bunch of frozen food, inverter died, had to throw it all away, furious. Oh yeah, that's a bummer. How do you do your frozen food? Do you have a freezer? Like, I've seen like, you know, the Coleman cooler you plug in. I think I was talking about that yesterday. The Coleman coolers. Like, you know, I used to have one strapped over here in the passenger seat. When I go home next time, I'm going to get mine out of storage. It's buried in the basement somewhere, I do believe. I hope so. I'm doing really good with those Coleman coolers, though. You know, I had one for like ever before, and the little fan went out on it on the side. I hopped on eBay and bought a new fan for like $3. You know, 2 wires, bam, wired it in, screwed it back together, and the thing went for, I had that one so long, the inside of it like warped and bowed. It was so old. I finally just threw it away, and bought another one, and I left it at the house when I was doing local work, so now I got to get it back in here. But yeah, I seen, who was it? There was a YouTuber, South Georgia Hotshot, he had a freezer like that, like a Coleman cooler electric top thing that plugged into his inverter, and it was a freezer. And I was like, that's pretty neat, because frozen food is very handy. Let's see here. Yeah, that sucks about the inverter, though, man. I would have been microwaving food like crazy. Paul Harris says, just sub to Scotty. Yeah, there you go. Appreciate that. I'm sure he appreciates it too. K-Save. Appy Cool. Okay. Can use it as a refrigerator or a freezer. Yeah, that's kind of like the thing I seen on South Georgia Hotshot. Yeah, that is a bummer. The frozen food has thawed. Y'all ever get any good leftovers at the cold storage? I think the best thing I ever got was a couple cases of sausage balls one time. I made a video about it. They were pretty dang good, though. They were just little balls of sausage with cheese in them. They were pretty damn good. Didn't come off my truck, but there was a guy getting unloaded at place I was getting unloaded, and he was like, "You want some sausage balls?" He goes, "I got like 10 cases I got to get rid of," and I was like, "Yeah, I think at least one." And I mean, I packed my little Coleman cooler to the top with those things. I ate on those till I was sick of them, man. I ate those sons of bitches I ate them for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I mean, it took me about, I don't know, it took me like a week and a half to go through them. I got to the house. I was like, "Y'all want these?" Because I can't do it no more. But they were pretty good. I had some yogurt, some high price like organic yogurt. A lot of that. A lot of that. God, I had like, they were like cups of yogurt. You know, they were a little bit bigger than your standard cup, but God, there was like 100 and something of them. I mean, I packed my cooler as full as I could with it, but I can only do so much yogurt, you know, and I gotta have other space in my refrigerator for, you know, for other things. So, but yeah, I'll have to check out the Appy Cool, because this truck's refrigerator has the funniest little freezer. It's like, that freezer's like maybe this big. It's maybe like a foot long by 4 inches tall. It's like, you put 2 pounds of hamburger meat in there, you know, like the rolls of hamburger meat. You put 2 of those in there, it's full. I mean, it's ridiculous. Hang on a second, let me get some cold to drink here. Oh, man. Sorry, I had a text message from the old lady there. I had to check. But yeah, I'll have to check into the Appy Cool. Let's see, where was I at? Paul Harris here. Paul Harris talking about GP Transco doing the post-trip pictures, I'm imagining. Says they are sent on their tablet. I'm assuming anything that's not right. This guy truck said it's kind of awkward at first taking pics at the truck stop and the flash is popping off in the dark. Yeah, that's that definitely gets you looked at, but I don't care. Like, everything I do at the truck stop gets me looked at. I don't do things like other people do it, you know. Like, I'm parked in a row of about 60 trucks right now. I'm the only truck facing east, and I'm not nosed in. It's like a middle row in the truck stop, you know. You can pull through, but I pulled through the back way because I'm like, I'm not gonna have the sun shining at my windshield all afternoon, you know. And everybody that's drove by here is just like looking at me like, are you new? And I'm like, I don't know. You want your truck hot by the sun? I let my trailer take that heat. Because by about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the truck beside me and my trailer was pretty much blocking the sun off of my truck. And, you know, that's nice when you don't have an APU to keep it cool. I'm hoping this new air filter gets my fuel mileage back up. I feel like it's dipped off a little bit here lately. But that air filter was pretty gross. I was looking at a mesh pre-filter for this Cascadia. The only problem is it's a little piece of mesh fabric that's about, I don't know. It goes over that the inlet for your air filter. It's about a foot around, and they want like $50 for them. I just don't get why they're $50. I don't get it. But I would like to have the pre-filter on there though, because it would keep a lot of the bigger insects that make their way to my filter. Because when occasionally about once a month, I'll take the cover off where my air filter is, and I got a little broom, and I'll sweep all the the insects off the front of it. So yeah, it would be nice to have that. Would be nice to have that pre-filter on there to protect my air filter. I was also looking at the Fleet air filter for this truck, That's about $500 for the Fleet air filter. I'm probably going to end up doing that next time I get an air filter. I just didn't have it planned out good enough. And I mean, the one that was in this, God almighty, I dropped it on the ground the other day just to, knock some of the dust out of it. Man, that thing was filthy. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's been changed probably the last 100,000 miles, Like, I should have changed it when I first got the truck. It didn't look so bad when I first got the truck, so I kind of thought, well, maybe they changed it recently, but boy, it got bad quick, let me tell you. So I got it on a schedule now. I got it in the Excel program for every 50,000 to replace it. But I had a K&N in my Kenworth. I had a K&N air filter in it, and I really liked it. You just take it out, hose it out real good, spray it down with the K&N oil, pop it back in, bam. Because those were some big old air filters in that C15. That thing had an air filter that was as big around as a steering wheel and held probably 2.5 foot long. They were expensive too. So the K&N paid for itself no time. I bought that K&N off of like eBay for like, I don't know, $250. It had some damage on the wire, the wire mesh they put in the middle. I didn't care. It was like it had been dropped or something. I just bent it back out. I was like, good to go. $200 for one little ding. I'm like, yeah, that's me right there. Let's see what we got here. Scotty says, thanks, Paul. Yeah, thanks to everybody that subscribes to everybody. It's tough to make it on YouTube. It's hard to get anywhere. So, for sure, go subscribe to these guys with smaller channels, because the thing of it is, I feel like the guys that got the big channels on YouTube don't really show you anything or teach you anything. It's all about them telling you how awesome they are. It's like, I'm the man, I'm awesome. They never show you how to do anything. Like, like at least like DIY Semi will show you how to work on your truck. And I love the Friday money series he does. It gets money on your mind. Anytime your money's on your mind, you're thinking about, something good. And, Tommy, like, the guy's got a ton of experience. And, he definitely gives some good advice. So, both of those definitely worth subscribing to, I think. So, yeah, thanks for doing that, Paul. Appreciate it. Paul says, I've seen a freezer on Amazon for $300 that works on 12 volts. It looks a little yuppie though. Yeah, I would be a little concerned on a freezer working on 12 volt, I don't know. Seems like, if it's of any size, it seems like that's going to pull a lot of watts. And I just don't know if they can handle it. Hang on a second, guys. I need a phone charger. But yeah, I would be concerned with the wattage on a 12 volt. I ain't saying it couldn't work, but it would make me a little nervous. I do believe I would be a little concerned with that. I would always be wondering, is that working or not? All right, I think we're charging. What I do, lock it up? All right, I'm back. This phone hates being on a charger and doing a YouTube live for some reason. Let me make sure my brightness isn't all the way up, or my phone will literally get to 1,000,000 degrees if I leave the brightness all the way up. I took the cover off of it. That usually helps, but we'll see. So yeah, $300. I don't know. Maybe it works. I can't tell you that one. Check out Appy Cool. That's what K Save said his was called. Fatty Fatty 2 before says I got 4 cases of Kit Kat, Snickers, and Milky Way, one a day before home time once. LOL, week of Halloween, my close family had candy for months. Dang, yeah, man, that's hitting a lick right there. My kids would be so dang happy if I showed up with all that candy, man. They go ballistic. That's a lick right there. Paul Harris says, have to show the love. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, it don't cost anything to subscribe to those guys, and it, you know, it kind of pushes out better channels, I think. You know, that's why I promote them, is because I think honestly they got better channels than some of these guys on YouTube that's got, you know, 30, 40,000, 50,000 subscribers. There's one guy I seen on here the other day. I hadn't watched him in, God, it's probably been a year and a half since I seen this guy on YouTube. Dude's got like, I don't know, like 75,000 or more subscribers. I can't remember the number, but I was like, how in the hell has this guy got that many subscribers? Still working on my promotions. Gatorade Zero. It's very yummy. Let's see. K-Save says they don't know how to do anything. Yeah, I wonder about some of these guys on YouTube. You know, it's like you got 50,000 subscribers and you know, like you're just fumbling through life. I mean, I can't say I'm perfect. You know, I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not saying you got to be perfect to have a lot of subscribers, but I'm just like, why do people continually tune in just for rambling? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't ask that because I ramble a lot. So maybe I'm burning myself by asking that question. But yeah, there's some channels. My point is, and I'm not trying to talk smack about other YouTubers. It's just, I think some of these smaller channels have a lot more value than YouTube gives them credit for. You know, like DIY Semi, he had been putting out videos for, I don't know, 6 months before it popped up on my YouTube, you know? I've been trying to go back and watch some of his older videos, but yeah, like, same thing with Tommy. He'd been on here a while before I found him. And yeah, it's some of these smaller channels have more value than some of the bigger ones, in my opinion. And that's not talking smack, that's just, you know, that's one guy's opinion. Paul Harris, you froze. Too much freezer talk. Yeah, that's what it was, man. I froze it up talking about freezers. Sorry, I got distracted there. A guy just pulled in with an old FLD 120. That's good times. I'd like to have an old FLD 120. You know, that thing's probably paid for itself 100 times over. Let's see here. Anthony Drummond says the big YouTubers, they keep up drama and tell you nothing just for subscribers. Yeah, I've thought that too, man. You know, I had a little bit of drama there for a little while with a YouTuber, and I don't know, it went on for about 2 videos, and then I just got to thinking to myself, I'm like, this is not why you started YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I started YouTube for a couple reasons. Number one was to help drivers know what being an owner-operator like part of what it consists of, you know? That was a big one because back when I started, you know, you just had to talk to people. Unless you was like born into the industry, unless you had an uncle that did it or a grandfather or your dad, you just had to go around and ask questions, you know? Like if you seen an old timer, you know, like that you knew was an owner-operator, you just talk to them a little bit, you know, do a little politicking, try to get what you can from them. And yeah, so that's the main reason. And then you know, just to show the kids, you know, like, you don't talk about it, just do it, you know. Like I've said it before, you know, they're so smart, like they need confidence to know how. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm more confidence than smarts. So I just go do stuff, and you know, what's the old saying? Ignorance is bliss. You know, I walk around blissfully a lot of days, not knowing what I got myself into. So that's the way I do it. Get way into it and then start asking questions about it. Oh man, I'm gonna say it's not a bad way to live life. You do accomplish some things. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, I'm fixing to hop off here in a second. So if anybody's got anything else they want to say, just let me know. Hey, the Asian Mai show is in here. Thanks for coming in, Asian Mai. You was talking about me being on your channel. I'm cool with that whenever you are, man. I mean, it makes me nervous because you got so many subscribers, but you know, I guess it's time to take you up on that offer if you're still offering. Let's see. Paul Harris says you have great conversation. Others talk to hear themselves, nothing to offer, but maybe they got so big they can't respond to the messages. Yeah, that's true. You know, that's why I like conversation in the live, you know, because other people answer other people's questions. So yeah, it's I don't know. I said earlier I was in Trucking Answers live earlier. And if y'all ain't got Trucking Answers, go check out Trucking Answers. But I told him, he was talking about me going live all the time. I said, yeah, I got more energy than a meth addict, and I got more to say than a New Jersey housewife. So I'm perfect for the live, you know. I could keep the rambling going all night if I needed to. Asian Mai says, hit the like button, baby. One of the realest truckers out here. Thanks for that, Asian Mai. If you guys ain't got Asian Mai, which I don't think anybody would not have him. He's got a huge channel over there, and he survived COVID. You know what I mean? Like he needs. I would get a shirt made that said, like, you know, I don't know. I'm not the thinker here, but I definitely would have a shirt. If I'd beat COVID, I'd have a shirt that says, like, you know, I don't know, something funny. Somebody give me a good idea for a shirt to make if you've already beat COVID. We'll get one made up for Asian Mai. Asian Mai says, people need to know about you. You have great information. Thank you for that. Ralph said, I had COVID-19 twice. Damn, you had COVID and COVID 2.0. That guy in that FLD just came back by. He must be, I don't know, maybe there's no spots here. I don't know. Maybe he's hunting a spot. I got here so early in the day, I got a sweet spot right up by the door, so, you know. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in. Asian Mai, man, I'm gonna rack my brain trying to think of a shirt. I'm gonna have a shirt made up for beating COVID. Hell, I may just get a shirt made up. If I was you, I'd just get one that say, you know, I beat COVID-19, or you know, COVID-19 ain't, you know, shit or something. You know, like I made COVID my B word, you know, something like that. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming by. I think I'm gonna hop off here. I need to go get a shower. I got dirty, as you can see here. I got proof I did something today. I licked the big C. That's a winner. Paul Harris for the win. I licked the big C. Yeah, I'm going on that website where you make up shirts right now. I'm gonna start printing those, Paul. We're gonna send one to Asian Mai, then we're gonna sell the rest of them. I licked the big C. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I got dirty. I got to tell everybody about it because I did something today. I was out there pretending I was DIY semi. You know, I was turning that screwdriver. You got to turn 2 screws to get that air filter out. Yeah, not 1, 2 screws to get that out. I felt like a real mechanic out there. Of course, it was blazing hot, and you know, the engine was still warm because, well, you know, when it's 90 degrees outside, it takes forever for your engine to cool off. But all right, guys, I'm gonna head out on the Paul Harris "I licked the big C" comment. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks for coming into live number 20. If you could subscribe to a lot of the channels in here. Let me run through them real quick. Subscribe to DIY Semi if you could. Subscribe to the Asian My Show. Subscribe to Scottish Trucker Tommy. If anybody else has a channel and they would like me to promote it, by all means, let me know and I will check it out. And more than likely, I will support it because I like supporting YouTube truckers. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Appreciate everybody. Later. Take care of each other.